So we're saving over 10 pounds of weight with just a link pipe setup. We are cycling through the bikes that we have here at the Motomillion Studios, and it's back to the Hypermotard V2. Thankfully, you guys were loving the Termignoni slip-on video that we released today. It's about to get louder, because I know some of you guys mentioned that the sound difference wasn't as much as some people expected, especially for the price of this thing, but we were very honest. We said probably for the looks of it, it looks 1,000 times better, but we're not going to say that it sounds 1,000 times better. But today is the day that we're going to make it sound 1,000 times better. By the way, I'm Manny from Motomillion. We sell motorcycle parts. All the products that you see in the video today will be in the link in the description below. Let's go take a look at our parts. Well, inside of this box is the most cost-effective way for you to get more noise out of your Hypermotard V2. It's pretty much the same idea as the Panigale V2. If you watch our videos, when we installed the link pipe, we got so much noise out of that V2, so much great noise. And this is what's going to happen with this one as well. This fits your stock mufflers, your aftermarket slip-ons, and they don't cost a whole lot. And they're available now, which we're very happy about. The only thing that I know that is not here is a carbon fiber heel guard. I don't know if it can use the stock one. We're going to find out in this video. But let's open the box and see what's in here. It's a couple of pipes, and these are in stainless. It's also available in titanium, guys, and some clamps. So we got 2 clamps. Judging by what we did on the Panigale V2, there's a little bit of fiddling around with the rear headers heat shields. Hopefully, we'll get there easily on the Hypermotard V2. And while we're there, we're also going to install our front axle sliders. If you watched our first mods video, unfortunately, we got the wrong one from Ducati. This is the right one. It's going to match the rear. But as I always say, enough talking, more working. I want to hear this thing make some great noise. So there's a clamp that's right in here under this heat shielding. And while I was wiggling this big box around, I realized that the clamp is not fully tightened from the factory, which they may have done a huge favor to us, because if this thing comes out and I have enough room to tighten this new clamp, that means that we're going to get away with not removing this heat shielding off the bike, which is going to save us a huge amount of time. This is probably the longest part of the process to get the plastic and the metal heat shielding off, and then the clips start falling off, and then you got to align everything to put it back on. Let's see if we got lucky or not. I'm happy we didn't have to undo any of these clamps to get this off. Hopefully, we could put the link pipe back on without taking the heat shielding off now. Okay, here comes the information a bit. If I don't mention this, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of emails about it. But even though we mention it, we're still going to get emails. You're probably going to get this video emailed back to you. This bung that you see over here, or the plug actually, goes on the bung that you have on your link pipe if you're in the US and if you're in Canada, because our bikes are missing one sensor, and that's a European emissions thing. But if you're in Europe, you're going to have to just plug your whatever sensor you have in there, and you're going to need a map for sure, or you're going to get a check engine light. But in US and Canada, bikes run really well without a map, but we strongly recommend for you to upload the up map that's available for these bikes. And you're gonna ask which up map? The full exhaust system up map that is available on the map store works perfectly with these bikes. Now that's out of the way, let's wait to see how much weight we're saving with that link pipe by removing this big box, this big heavy box. All right, the stock muffler box with everything that's coming off weighs 13.50 pounds. All right, now it's time for the link pipe. It's the link pipe, the clamps and the springs, weighs at 3.46 pounds. That means that we're saving over 10 pounds with the swapping out of this big box with this link pipe. I think this officially makes the link pipe the most bang for your buck if you're trying to weight save on your bike. Before it was lithium batteries. Now I think this link pipe is the king of saving weight. And it's going to be probably the king of making noise too. Well, it's tip time now. I haven't tightened any of these clamps yet, and I'm gonna put our slip-on back onto the motorcycle, install the springs, make sure everything is lined up the way that we want it lined up, and that way we can start tightening the clamps. There's plenty of room to do all this without having to fiddle with anything else. I'm really happy. This thing's about to sound really good in a few minutes. Well, that was record time for an exhaust install or a link pipe install, and thanks to Luigi, Mario, whoever you are, Giuseppe from Ducati factory, but I think maybe that it's not supposed to be that tight anyways, that it could just slip off. Well, whatever it is, it made this a lot easier, and don't forget, it's not gonna fall off when you're riding because there's two brackets that we took off that holds that muffler box in place anyways. So, I'm happy. Let me note this too. So if you see this tab that's over here, that's for a heat shield that Aero has made from carbon fiber, but as of filming this video, that heat shield is not available. It's an optional part that you could purchase with your link pipe if you want to. You could be sure that once that's available, we'll show you. So in this case, we have a little clip that is in the hardware box that came, that we're gonna set it aside, and when that heat shield is here, we'll show you how that looks. But for now, I think the link pipe's done. Let's put that front axle slider on to complete the look, and then we'll put this thing outside so that you could hear how good this Hypermotard V2 is gonna sound. That's it. Well, if that last video that we did with the Hypermotard V2 was a little upsetting because it wasn't a whole lot of noise, I think we redeemed ourselves with that link pipe that we installed. Wow, I wasn't really expecting that sound. It sounds quite a bit different from our Panigale V2. It's a little throatier, deeper, it's more rumbly, and I think it suits the character of the Hypermotard V2 really well. I mean, I'm in shock. I just want to go and ride this thing, and also that front axle slider that we did really puts everything together, because before there was something missing in the front, and since we had the one in the back, I mean, I'm extremely happy. I'm kind of lost for words because I really did not expect it to sound that good. But there you have it, guys. So that's the link pipe. That's how it sounds with the Termignoni slip-on. It's going to sound fairly good with your stock pipes as well, that being your stock mufflers. But also, if you're running any other brand of slip-on, you could use these link pipes to get all this noise out of your motorcycle. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Until next time, guys, have a good one.